Oh wait, episode 38 of Hirogaru Sky Pretty Cure. This was the Tsubasa episode, and let's get into the plot already. So for the plot, we start in Skyland, and all the birds that live in Skyland are flying around, and there's this mysterious floating island that has a bright light, kind of like a lighthouse. So it helps them like navigate at night. But suddenly the light fades out and this panics the birds in the sky. So the king of Skyland calls Yo-Yo and asks us for her assistance and helping to get the light back on. So in other cases, she then comes up with the idea of knowing someone who can be able to help with the situation. That being Tsubasa, and they bring the other cures to Skyland so they can fix the light that's known as the Bright Jewel. But to get to the island, which is high up, they go to like a little marketplace, which is kind of like for a Willow West stop, basically. And they go there to go find the big bird that's basically like has been helping them out in the previous episodes. Still don't think he has a name yet. Like, maybe like they gave him a name or he just got his own name, so I'm just gonna call him Big Bird for now. Or I should have called him that from the beginning. I don't know. It's just Big Bird now. Just deal with it. So we also get to know about these big leaves called hammock leaves. They're basically like giant leaves that can be used as a hammock. That will become relevant in the episode eventually, but I'm just gonna point that out right there that they were mentioned at that part. And when they asked Big Bird about going to that island, he kind of refused at the beginning because of the wind currents. He can't like get up there that easily, so he was panicking about that. But then Tsubasa calmed him down and said that he will be the one to read the winds for him to be able to get up to the top. And by doing so, this actually did work with Tsubasa's help, and they got to the island. And it's also kind of funny how, like, during this point, like, once they finally got up to the island, the girls in the background just, like, had, like, their hair all poofed up. Well, technically their bangs were the ones that were poofed up, but it's kind of like the little poof up when you get electrocuted with Pokemon sort of thing when you see that. But yeah, so they get to the island. Big Boy waits for them as they travel deep into the island to get to the area of the center where they can find the bright jewel and see what was going on. Sora started to felt that they were not alone on the island, but they decided to continue going anyway, and they came by more of the hammock leaves, which is pretty strong leaves when you like wave them in the wind and stuff like that. They can like bring out a strong gust of wind, so that's pretty unique. But like when they were fooling around with that, they were able to find the center of the island. And when they got to the center of the island, you could like see like on Mashio's expression when she sees these dino-looking tracks on the ground that they were just like, yeah, definitely people live some type of people live on this island and they're not human. And you're like, she just there's the sweat going down her face, like, oh, you know, she's terrified. And then they get surrounded by the people or the non-humans that live on this island who are dinosaur looking, but they're actually dragons, and they come from the dragon tribe. And Tsubasa is also a big fan of them too, which also confuses them too. But then we get to figure out why the Sprite Jewel was not glowing. It didn't like burnt out or anything. It actually that the Dragon Tribe has been keeping watch on the Bright Jewel and making sure it was polished so it wouldn't go out and all that stuff. But one day while they were like doing their job of protecting the jewel and taking care of it and all that stuff, the platform which one dragon was on collapsed, and he fell down with the jewel, and that's why the jewel basically like went out for like anyone else that was like not near the island. And so the dragons, they cannot get back up there and just like fly up there to like put the jewel back because of their wings are not as they used to be, because since they're the new generation that lives on this island, their wings are not good as like their ancestors were, because they've been like stuck up there for a long time and hidden as for the reason why. And so like basically like generations, like so like the wings don't do much anymore. They're kind of just like they're kind of like the appendix, I guess. They're just grown out of using, basically. So they couldn't, like, the reason why this happened was because the ancestors of the dragons were feared by the humans of Skyland. And so, to avoid any conflict, they went up to this island and stayed there for decades and generations. And so, these recent Dragon Tribe members were afraid of going down to the people of Skyland and stuff like that, because of like that the people of Skyland will fear them still as they did for their ancestors. But with Tsubasa's like encouragement, they were able to understand that they could actually do this. But with their wings not being able, like their ancestors were, that was a great problem. Then Scarehead showed up and used a Venus, some kind of like Venus flytrap in the mushroom, and turned it into a Cuborg to fight the Cures, as they had to defend the Dragon Tribe in the Bright Jewel from him. And they were having difficulty with this Cuborg because like all of the vines and like plants around the island were being controlled by the Cuborg. And so each of them got captured except for Tsubasa, except for Cure Wing, who then noticed, like with the help of the dragons, that they could use the vines of the Kyuborg and tangle them up, and tangle the Kyuborg up. So that's basically what they did. And they also like used the hammock leaves to try and escape the island as well. But when one of them, the wet dragon, kind of got hit by one of the vines, his wings finally like gave way for him to actually fly too. So it worked that he's finally able to fly like his ancestors did. And with like the help of the dragons and all that stuff, with the encouragement, they were able to defeat the Kyuborg and use Majesticulation. Then like Scarehead just like does his own thing, like saying like, the Dragon Tribe is able to fly again. I'll put that in my mind palace, and just leaves. But then they go to the Kingdom of Skyland with the Dragon Tribe following them, and the King and Queen are surprised by this too, with Yo-Yo also congratulating Tsubasa for his help in like doing that. And she basically knew that the Dragon Tribe lived on that island too, so that's also something like Yo-Yo, she's been researching a lot, so she had to know at least something. And I think we also like got information on what Tsubasa's dream job is gonna be, or like what he can inspire to be, because like Yo-Yo mentioned about like he could become a sage of the kingdom, and he was like also like, you're over exaggerating, I don't think I can do that, but everyone supported him, and he says okay, like about becoming a sage. So I guessing that's kind of like, we know like his dream is to become a sage, and Agiha's dream is to become a best nursery school teacher. Masho is to become a picture book author, and Sora is to become a hero. And I think like Ellie Chan's dream should be like becoming the princess of Skyland, of like protecting it, or in her destiny as a child of destiny. So now we have everyone's dreams of what they want to be when they get older, or like when they have accomplished their goals as Pretty Cure and all that stuff. So that's kind of neat. And so that will be my review for episode 38 of Hirogaru Sky Pretty Cure. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next review, as we're going to get spooky, because like Halloween season episode's coming up and I can't wait for it. So I'll see you then. Bye.